Petty and Sophie Hart with the tip. It'll be Minnesota basketball to start. The Gophers still looking for their signature win this season, sitting at 7-6 in Big Ten play, and hoping to propel themselves into the NCAA tournament. A bye in the Big Ten tournament, a lot for them to play for tonight on the road in Columbus. Here's Mallory Heyer letting it fly from three. She leaves it short, and sprinting up the floor, the freshman Jelani Cambridge. And Cambridge back to orchestrating this offense. McMahon, the long range two will fall.
Tell me something about that home cooking, Sloan. It's great to see the Buckeyes put the first shot in. Why? Because they get to start off in this press to slow teams down, but also we talked about those shooting woes that they've been in as well. To be able to get teams out of character, and we saw a turnover for Minnesota, a team that's a very uncharacteristic play because they do not turn the ball over.
Just over 10 turnovers per game as McMahon carves up the defense to the rim.
I mean, you called it, Sloan. Coach challenging Cody McMahon to really put points on the board and continue to be aggressive in her attack, and she's already on the run herself.
This team, with their head coach Kevin McGuff, says we're looking for more consistency and rhythm in the half court. I think they have that so far with their superstar McMahon. Sophie Hart, one-on-one, gets herself to the cup. Into Petty in the post, one-on-one against Hart, banging on the block. She gets the edge but can't convert, and the weak side rebound will go to Heyer.
And credit Hart right there. That's great defense, great wall-up defense, and look, she's looking to get position. Just continuing the work.
Two post players who have played in other conferences as well. Hart transferring, a Minnesota native from NC State. Here is Heyer, draining the three. Such a versatile player for the Gophers, back-to-back double-doubles, but she personifies blue-collar play for this team.
And that's exactly what you need on every team. And it permeates throughout this entire Minnesota team. They all work extremely hard. That's why you can't let up on them, but you can't let off of Cody McMahon.
Tremendous rebounder. Here's Groholski. She's stuffed. McMahon keeping her eyes up, drops the dime, and an easy two for the Buckeyes.
This is where the Buckeyes make their money, getting stops and converting on the other end, and now they can set up in this 2-2-1 press.
Maybe the hardest thing, Asia, about them scoring so few points, they couldn't get into their own press.
And their press is very top-heavy, so as you were saying, you have the poise and you throw it over, you get across that front line, those front two lines, it's a wrap in the press, and you're able to get your offense going. So again, it's about having that poise.
Monica Stewart, perhaps the 6th player of the year in the Big Ten, into the game. Amaya Battle calming things down, beautiful in the paint.
Yeah, that's her money spot right there at the mid-range. She's got a nice, smooth, methodical game, but very crafty and shifty as well, and can stop and pop.
She's improved so many parts of her game. Here, Petty, a hard take. She is fouled.
Her athleticism, but again, in this system.
Last year, averaged a double-double at Kentucky, 14 and 11. Goes 0 for 2 there. The charity stripe has been the Achilles heel of her career, 50% last season, nearly 200 attempts. And here comes the pressure from the Buckeyes. Alexia Rose has that batted down. Taylor Theory says, I'll take that and finish.
And Taylor Theory is the leader on this team, and Seals, I love her in that front part of the press because look at all the length that she presents. She jumped up in there and swiped that thing.
You have 6'2", 6'3" leading your full court press. Good things are happening.
Oh, absolutely.
Maya Battle getting into this half-court offense. Tried to find a seam, but she's playing against a great defender. And Chance Gray now 10 to shoot for the Gophers, who have not found that rhythm offensively. Groholski, they'll want to get going. Battle has to do something with it. One dribble, pull up, beautiful.
I'm not even mad at the defense. That was great defense, but just better offense with Battle and the shot in. I mean, who else other than Battle?
Asia Petty wants to go right at Stewart. Cutting to the basket, Heyer is stripped, sticks with it. And now 10 to shoot for Minnesota. They've been pushed to the brink each time, each possession going deep. Jelani Cambridge getting a hand in there, 3 to shoot. Here's Battle, just grazing front iron. Cambridge threads the needle, and Gray an easy 2. The Buckeyes continue to sprint the floor.
I mean, your best defense for the Gophers, they have to put shots in because Ohio State in transition, especially off of long rebounds, they're just relentless in that transition play.
Almost a turnover by Minnesota. Again, uncharacteristic. Already 5 at this point.
Love her game and just plays her role and doesn't do too much. She's selective but great in the shots that she takes, which is why she's so efficient.
44% from 3 this season. Spent 4 years at Nebraska, now back in her home state. Here's Alexia Rose picking the pocket of the freshman. Getting an easy bucket of her own.
Such a tough stretch, but so much opportunity there.
McMahon with a hot start. She'll pull up at the free throw line and drain it. Being guarded by McMahon, who is as physical as any defender you'll find. Into Hart, and she can't corral it. 8 points coming off those turnovers, and an opportunity to do more damage here. McMahon surveying, toying with Gracholski, picks up her dribble. It is Watson for 3. She's got it. Freshman being guarded by the 6th-year player Madison Green, approaching 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Battle's been the go-to hot hand for Minnesota and gets a couple friendly bounces.
Yeah, Battle just really carrying this team right now. Just in her ability to score and chucking them shots up, but they're going in. I ain't mad at it, but Minnesota has to take care of the basketball. We talked about the percentages. The big difference here is they're in rhythm, as you were saying, Sloan, because they're playing defense and converting in their fast break.
It didn't look like she was ready for that pass. Now 4 seconds left. Green loses her footing in a tight spot. Lots of traffic. They won't get the shot off in time.
See how close the score is. And for Ohio State, they have 11 points off of Minnesota's turnovers. So you kind of think, okay, that's the name of the game here for Minnesota, taking care of the basketball, which I think they've done a lot better towards the end of the first quarter.
It's going to be a turnover for the Buckeyes. Battle working through pressure. She'll swing it to Gracholski, giving a look inside to Hart, battling on the block against the freshman Lemmilä. Wants it again, one-on-one against the freshman from Finland. And she earns the foul. Hart granted an extra year of eligibility. Plans to return next season. Was surprised in a live TV interview. Really enjoyed her time as a Gopher. Calmly knocks those down.
That's great defense, cutting off Cody McMahon off that stagger screen, taking away that shot.
Ava Watson, a big three-point threat, goes off the dribble. Mara Braun continues to be out indefinitely with a foot injury. Here is Battle, the go-to offensive option in quarter 1. Misfires there. The rebound pulled in by Lemmilä. Watson in rhythm, yes! This is an Ohio State team last in the Big Ten, getting only about 21% of their offense from beyond the arc, but a hot start here, 2 for 3 from long range. And here's the full court pressure. Watson right in the middle of it.
There you go. That's how you break it. Get out of the dead zone.
Just when you think you get through it, you're met by that second wall.
Exactly. So you just have to have poise all the way through, but you don't want to get stuck on the sideline. So I definitely like how they got out of it and got the ball to the middle.
Watson feeling it here at Value City Arena and lighting it. Found certainly that rhythm here tonight. Stewart facing up against the freshman, has nowhere to go. Throws it up. Somehow it goes through. Cambridge, the jab fake, gets into the paint. Here comes Battle to poke it away.
And Amaya Battle was right there, able to get her hands on it, so I love the adjustment made to cut off the drives.
Tori McKinney gets into the paint, leaves it off, and Minnesota.
Look how Minnesota's clogging the paint. They're going to cut off the gaps every time someone drives in.
Travel called on.
We continue to talk. And going over the ball screen with Watson, who's hit a couple threes, so that's just a great read, great adjustment for Alexia Rose.
Rose speeding around that hedge, fires the ball inside. Stewart, patient. It's 3 straight buckets for Annika Stewart.
But it's great hustle on both parts.
Petty working her way in, flips it up and in. Minnesota easily through that press, gaining confidence in that part of the game. Here is Hart. She's stuck, but somehow makes it happen. McMahon back to work from the high post. Long range 2 doesn't fall. Snatched up there by Rose. Gracholski, aggressive defense from Watson. And a foul is caught. 89% from the free throw line this season. She leads the Big Ten nearly 37 minutes per game.
Something else to be on the lookout for as well from Gracholski.
Lemmilä facing up against Hartz. She's walled up in the paint, 5 to shoot. McMahon downhill awkwardly and ripped down by Gracholski.
Hart's got that wall-up defense on lock. And you talked about the face, so unfazed. I'm watching her face like the whole time she's maneuvering on both ends, and she's just completely unbothered.
Battle one-on-one with Theory, one of the great defenders in the Big Ten. Reading her moves, she tries to back her down. Gracholski looking to get the step on McMahon. It's Rose awkwardly along the baseline. She gets it right back. Fresh shot clock for Minnesota. They've trailed by as many as 11 in this contest. But looking stagnant here in the half court. 5 seconds to shoot for McKinney. Taking Gray off the bounce and gets the upper hand. This is also a half-court defense team when you look at Ohio State, 3rd in the Big Ten in conference play and defensive rating. They know how to get it done. McMahon, 3 jerseys around Asia. It's an interesting lineup on the floor right now for the Buckeyes, where you have Taylor Theory as the 5. You know, we lack maybe some of that physicality when Petty's not in the game, but it's just a different kind of look for the opposition. Battle leaves it way short. Cambridge sprinting down the floor. Her sister Kennedy Cambridge, menace on that side of the ball, but so excited to be back playing with her sister. Here's McMahon, couple dribble, pull up, unstoppable. But Ohio State has had an answer. Rose looking for help. 5 seconds now on the clock for McKinney, guarded by McMahon. 1 second left. She wouldn't have gotten it off in time, I don't think. Ohio State with a chance for the final shot to extend this lead. Cambridge gets it back, stops on a dime, can't drain the mid-range. Minnesota won't get a shot off, so at the half, a 2-possession game.
I'm like over here like bouncing around with her.
Doesn't take much. We saw it a couple times in that first half. This team, Ohio State, determined to shake off back-to-back losses, an 0-2 road trip in Los Angeles, including being held to a season low against LA. Minnesota starts things off right into the post. A high percentage look there put down by Hart.
Yeah, all right, Asia. That look was a little too easy. Can't let her get it. Can't let her get the position that she wants, because she's another one of those that can just mic and drill around the rim.
Hart's so steady, holding her ground offensively and defensively in this matchup. Great closeout by Battle. 12 turnovers already in the first 20 minutes. Here is Gracholski getting free off front iron. Now 0 for 2 from the floor. Gray in rhythm. That time she's too strong. McMahon attacking the glass and cleans it up. Especially around someone as speedy as Cambridge. Battle, Ohio State's MO. Opponents turning it over 24 times a game. But Minnesota's second in the nation, just 10 per contest. Here's Petty, patient in the post. She could not have been more patient going up and in with that one.
And I love it. That poise, that patience, just going around. She surveyed and saw where she had the opening where she could go around and get the ball in.
Hart, no one catches her down the floor, and she's got an easy two.
Okay, you better run it, Hart. I see you.
Gracholski, meanwhile, picking up her 3rd personal foul. Petty stopped by Hart's. Tremendous defense.
She's got great footwork, and she's so disciplined in her wall-up, so she'll beat you to the spot, and she's not necessarily looking to block shots. She's going to alter it and make it difficult.
The unglamorous work. Battle loses it from behind. Here is Cambridge, full head of steam. These 15 turnovers by Minnesota, a season high, which is remarkable.
Petty, who I believe has the advantage. So the way that she's working, because she just beat Asia down in this last transition play and cut her off from being able to receive the ball.
Ohio Battle wanted to get heated up here in the 3rd quarter. Here's McMahon. Rebound taken by Battle. Battle going to take Cambridge one-on-one.
Need to wrap around and reach.
That's her second personal. Still matching up with Battle. He's taking big steps this season. Well contested, didn't matter. I really like that. I wish there were more masters in the mid-range.
Right.
Cambridge looking for a long two there, kept alive. McMahon skipping into the lane. It's a three-point play opportunity. That is 4 fouls on Groholski. Leads this team, leads the Big Ten in minutes per game, has just 2 points today on 0 for 2 shooting. But a significant loss for Minnesota getting into this half-court offense. Stewart lets it fly, too strong, and skying for that board is Taylor Fear. Kalani Cambridge barreling inside, almost a three-point play. So Minnesota's been able to limit her impact offensively, but she is always a threat when the ball is in her hands.
It's still close, and Ohio State also has a couple turnovers as well.
Minnesota trailed by 11 in the first half, but they have been able to punch back each and every time to at least stay within striking distance. Turnover, number 18 for Minnesota, as Cambridge will get it to McMahon. Watson had a couple in the first half, and now picking it up with another three. Watson really needing this one, under 30% from three-point range this season, but this coaching staff so high on that ceiling for her. Here's McKinney. She barrels into the lane, and she'll put it up and in.
Extra effort that she had there caused the turnover.
A top 50 recruit in her class. Man, give, go. The Gophers read it, but there's a whistle.
After the pass.
Ohio State in the bonus. Not a strong free throw shooting team. McMahon, beautiful arch there, goes 2 for 2. McMahon, the front of this press, Rose just gets it over. Battle, quick swing along the baseline, and it's higher, unstopped to the rim.
Who's aggressive in attack. Once you beat those front two lines, you can get a score on the back end.
Cambridge, one way then the other. Thought about a step back. 10 on the clock. Cambridge shot the dribble, floats it up and in.
There's nothing really you can do about it when you're guarding someone that size. So you almost want to say it's a good foul.
Hart powers her way into the paint, and another rebound taken by Fury. Watson calling for it. And there's a foul.
Foul the shooter who's been making the shot the whole game. You just got to go out there and give a good closeout, put a hand up there.
Leading scorer on the Buckeyes, 5 of 6 from the floor. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter in Columbus. Rose slicing her way to the rim, and the follow-up by Hart, who's had a fantastic contest. 5 of 7 from the floor. Here's McMahon looking for her patented spin move, but shuffled her feet that time. Needed a one-point game in the second quarter. Been fighting back since. Deep in the corner, it's McKinney. Won't get the roll, but no one boxed out Hart for the second straight time. For Minnesota, Grace Groholski remains on the bench. 4 personal fouls for her. Alexia Rose has been playing a major role today off the bench. We start the fourth quarter, Buckeye basketball. The team coming off of 2 straight losses, UCLA, USC, that did not sit well with them, wanting a bounce back tonight. McMahon in trouble, forces it up, doesn't get any friendly bounce. Hart battling on the block, gets the position. Elegant finish. Green has the mismatch again, gets right around Hart to the cup.
And that's just the trust that Coach McGuff has in his veteran player.
McKinney up under for 2. 6 points for McKinney. been such a great addition and expanded role. Cambridge, the spin move is hammered. When it comes to Theory, though, if there's one player who you're going to trust with 3 fouls.
Exactly. And what I love about what Coach McGuff says about her, she's a star in her role. So whatever her role needs to be in a game, that's what she presents. And her defense is just absolutely unstoppable. So even if she's not able to be as aggressive, he has that trust in her, and she still is going to be able to wall up and make a difference and an impact.
McMahon says she's one of those people that just does everything right. The best kind of teammate to have. Battle, strong take along the baseline. High difficulty shot and a 3-point play opportunity off the effort on the glass.
Alexia Rose on both ends of the floor has just been outstanding. She brings a different speed to the game when she's in.
2 points, 1.3 rebounds per game coming in, having to step in. 5.6 rebounds today. Cambridge along 2, drains it.
Kalani Cambridge.
McKinney, the 3, off target to McMahon, brings it down. Throwing it way up ahead. Theory is going to slow it down. McMahon bursts to the rim and one.
Count the bucket.
She goes in the category of people, and I'm looking at pros like Alyssa Thomas, Kayla Thornton.
When AT used to come back and go up and down with us like in the summer, oh my gosh.
Ava Watson, the steal right there to clean it up is Theory sprinting the floor.
Watson slow to get up.
And she is gingerly back onto her feet.
She landed on the back of McKinney's foot. So she's currently getting checked out now by their trainer.
Okay, Battle. What a beautiful up and under from the elbow to knock it down. And again, Minnesota not going away. Taylor Theory gliding. Grolski wanting to get right back into the action, taking Cambridge off the dribble. Cambridge has 4, so she'll lay it up and in.
We talked about what Grolski brings, and even though she was plagued with fouls, had 4, we see what she could do offensively.
Hart's, the help defense comes. She leaves it short.
Tremendous help from Chance Gray there.
See the adjustment there from Ohio State. McMahon dropping it off. Beautiful offense by the Buckeyes. 6 assists, tying her season high. Here was Hart backing down Petty for 2 to keep them in the top 9 in the Big Ten standings to earn a bye for the Big Ten tournament. And a critical road win at stake against the number 9 team in the country. Higher works her way into the paint, high off glass.
A lot in the offense, especially on the ball screen action, and just attack her.
Cambridge off the pick and roll. Petty puts it away. We've seen the score with the shot making from Cambridge. And I think a lot to be excited about here is Battle will get herself to the free throw line. That she reached 1,000 points for her career. It's great to think about when she was celebrating on the court with her teammates. Thought, hey, we just ended a 3-game winning streak. Her teammate Nehemiah Holloway had to say, hey, no, this is for you. 1,000 points.
And I love it. She's all about her team, and just when her celebration mindset is first, just what we did as a team. And I love that. Speaks volumes about her as a person and player.
Battle gets it from the baseline. Misfires from 3. Skying for that rebound is Cambridge. One of the best rebounding guards you'll see in the conference. She's establishing herself in that way.
At 5'7", I love every bit of it. And these guards, they want rebounding, and that's pretty much how she goes in and gets it.
Ray, the jab fake. And she stepped out of bounds. Ohio State's led by as many as 14 points, have not trailed since it was 5-4 back in the first quarter. Threading the needle inside. Stewart has a 3-point play opportunity. And her sister Kennedy will check in for her. But it's not easy against anyone. knew exactly where she was going with the ball. The free throw line this season, just 12 of 29. Oh for 2, and has the door been open? Maybe not just yet with that rebound by Fury. Stolen away by Battle. She'll attack right underneath Cambridge for 2.
Go by Maya Battle.
A lot of time left in this game, Sloan, and this speaks volumes for the way Minnesota plays. Look at the pressure they put on here. Another turnover?
They force an Ohio State turnover. They could cut this lead in half on this possession. She's one of their three-point threats. We'll see where they go. Battle's going to look inside. McKinney inside for 2. And Coach McGuff will call a timeout. So they do not have the option of their starting point guard. It is Madison Green here instead. Intended for Theory. It's a Buckeye turnover. No fouls to give on either side. Minnesota, as you mentioned, back with their shooters. McKinney has the ball in her hands, looking to get downhill against Theory. Finds her way to the rim. Back-to-back buckets for McKinney. They didn't go for 3. It's a 2-point game.
This stop is so huge, and McKinney, the freshman, we've got to credit her in these minutes, these back-to-back, ice in her veins possessions.
Battle guarding Green. And called for the foul.
Theory, and then on the other end, Amaya Battle fouling Green here at the free throw line.
78% from the charity stripe. This will keep it a one-possession game. Shot clock is up. Higher is the inbounder into Groholski. Battle one-on-one against Green. Will kick it back. Groholski gets herself free for 3. She's got it! Grace Groholski.
I told you, Sloan, there was that timeout where they patted her. They told her to be ready. Ice in your veins. And shout out to the fan behind me who caught me because I almost fell out of my chair.
Here is Green. 7 seconds left. Over into the front court. No timeouts on either side. She loses it. It's going to stay here. Wise beyond her years as a player. Not only those buckets in this fourth quarter, but her defense. 2.3 seconds left. Madison Green has it, has to get rid of it. Lemmilä is going to kick it out. It's blocked. An exclamation point to send this game to overtime.
And finally outscoring them by 8 to end the game. I mean, by 8 in that last quarter. I mean, this is the pure definition of what Minnesota basketball brings and what teams can't do against them, and that's take their foot off the gas.
Minnesota looking to complete the comeback. It's one thing to force overtime. It's another thing to try and beat the number 9 team in the country on the road. One that has Cody McMahon. Just 8 in this second half. Sophie Hart, the position, goes high off the glass for 2.
In my mind, I'm like, get it to her, get it to her.
I felt you flinch. 19 points for Sophie Hart. That is 2 off her career. Rather, that is her new career high. Is Cody McMahon. Because of that play down the stretch, all hustle, effort, and taking advantage of the nonchalance of Ohio State. McKinney fires a bullet inside. Groholski fouled.
She knew that foul was coming, and she absolutely wanted to draw it. Stop, faked. Chance Gray going right over her as she gets the ball up.
An example, so she hit that massive 3. Things weren't going right for her. She had 4 personal fouls, missed time on the floor. Jelani Cambridge fouled out in the final minute of this game. Here's Taylor Fury, guarded by one of the best defenders in the Big Ten, and Taylor Fury able to get herself free, going downhill. Now she's stuck. Battle steps into it. It goes to Minnesota. That is 17 offensive rebounds for the Gophers. Battle thought about it. McKinney inside, wide open is Hart. Cambridge on the bench has fouled out, but you bring in a 6th-year point guard who has the ultimate trust of McGuff running this offense.
1 minute to play
Fury
in the game.
gets into the paint. Green now, 2 seconds left, leaves it for the freshman, the low two. Lemmilә's got it. Huge bucket for the Buckeye freshman as the time was running out, and then a steal. Fury, the alley-oop. The Buckeyes re-energized here in overtime. Mallory higher, tries to silence this crowd. Cody McMahon has 25 points herself, her 5th 25-point game this season. Less than 4 seconds separating shot and game clock as Green pushes it up the floor against the freshman McKinney. Pressure extended to the half-court line. Threading the needle inside, the freshman again! Lemmilä stepping up so calmly. Does Minnesota have it in them to respond again? Shot clock is off. Down by 3. Battle, foul, and then Coach Plitzaway bringing in the defensive lineup, including Holloway, Rose,
2 shots.
and for the very first time today, McKenna Johnson, a freshman for Minnesota. Battle misses the second. And Coach McGuff calls a timeout.
When it comes to get that shot, they definitely don't want to turn the ball over. You don't want that 5-second count there. And you don't need a 3 either.
We got it into Taylor Fury. Now Green pushes it the other way. 5 seconds left, and Gray is fouled. Gray no good on the first. It's staying a 1-possession game. She makes the second. Now a 3-point lead, 5.6 seconds left. Roholski will be the inbounder for Minnesota. McKinney pushing up the floor. It's Annika Stewart. It's blocked.